Recording here. So we are discussing about the client administration. So in the client administration, we have discussed about the how to create the client and the logical system naming conventions and the local client copy. Up to here, we have discussed, right? It's clear for everyone. Here, up to here, we have discussed local client copy. We have discussed. So what about the next one? Next client administration, we have remote client copy. Okay, remote client copy. So for the remote client copy, remote client, local client copy means what does it mean by local client copy? Anyone can idea? Locally within the city or within the system from one client to from one city to another city or another client. Okay, we can compare that way. It will be easily rememberable. Okay, so remote client copy. What does it mean by remote client? Anyone idea? Remote client copy.
Other server.
Another server. Yeah, both SAP systems only. Yeah, someone told like between, right? It's a correct word. Between two systems, between two clients, between two systems, between two clients. Remote client copy. This is my mobile. This is your mobile. Sending from one folder to another folder. Simple. It's a very simple logic. You can remember remote client remotely. But here to transfer this one, what we required, there is a connectivity is required, right? It is a mobile phone. We can use the Bluetooth connectivity. Some other connection parameters we will use it, right? Maybe Bluetooth, wire, maybe we have other options as well. Some to exchange the files and folders. We have some other actions. Some here also we have in SAP also the same concept. Just they have renamed or just they have said that it's like a remote function call. Remote function call. It is kind of RFC, right? Remote function call. Remotely, you can call the remotely, you can call the other systems. That is called the remote function call. Why? Because if you want to from this city to here, one is the one more city. If you want to travel or if you want to send some data, we want to do something. If you want to enter into the server, definitely. If you want to enter into the city, definitely from your place to and the target place, the connectivity should be required. Without connectivity, how can we go? We cannot go ahead, right? So that is the reason to perform the remote client copy. We need to perform the remote client copy. Here we have to perform the connectivity. So connectivity we can perform using remote function call. Here there is a each and every activity in SAP, there is a transaction code. So transaction code is T code. What is mean by T code? Is the one of the business phase set of actions. Suppose if you execute the transaction code in OK code box, it will open the one business page, right? In that page you have the options, right? You can now use the options. Here also for the remote function call, it kind of RFC. For the RFC shortcut, they will call it as the RFC, remote function call, right? Remotely you are calling. Suppose it is the mobile, there is a Bluetooth connectivity or wire connectivity, USB like that. So we will call it as the different naming convention outside of the SAP. Inside of the SAP box, we will call it as the RFC. So here, what is the transaction code? Here we will use it. Each and every topic, there is a transaction code, right? SM59. SM59 is the transaction code to initiate the RFC connections, from one server to target server, right? So here SM59, we will use it here to perform the remote function call. So let's log into our server here. I think here we don't have any SAP Login Pad as well. To log into our SAP system, we don't have any Login Pad. Now we will download the SAP Login Pad. Okay, so we'll download the SAP Login Pad. Then we'll install and we'll connect to our server so that we'll see. So here SAP Login Pad, SAP GUI is required. SAP Login Pad is required here to log into the SAP systems. So definitely we need SAP Login Pad. So here I am opening here SAP Login Pad. I am opening. SAP Login Pad I am opening so that here directly we can search it, but I'm checking where we have these tools are available. SAP GUI, MaxDB is available, and if you type it, it will come. But here some problems in the SAP marketplace. It's not directly, so it's not directly moving. So suppose if I click here, if I just select this button, latest version, I'm getting the 404 error. There are some issues with the SAP. We could not find something. So also in the last time, so we have not discussed about the SAP Login Pad. If you install in remote server, it will be applicable for the everyone in every desktop. So it will be showed up so that you all can configure the remote connections and parameters. So now it's a time to just to see how can we download the softwares. And also here we are the new guys, so they can also understand so how to download the softwares and everything. So it is our download center here. So it's a download installation and everything we can download from here. Software and packages or we can download it from. So here we need SAP GUI, right? SAP GUI. Just type it here. Go more here. Just click on the download button. So here also we are getting this error. So something like SAP GUI for SAP GUI. The right click and see we directly we will go to jump into the yes CPGUI. Here we'll see any tools are available. Anyone idea where we can find out the SAP GUI? Yeah, directly we can jump.
Sir, it is showing in software component. Yes.
Sorry,
Any folder like software component is available.
here in this page only.
No. If you search there, that the search bar itself it is showing the software component.
Yeah. Here it is there, right? So SAP GUI for Windows. So we'll install the 770. So maybe this is a patch. So maybe we can download this one, latest versions. Everything there is a versions, the patch 11. So it will be a download. Let's see. Meanwhile, we can also see, so it is getting downloaded. We can also see anything like, yeah. So GUI, right? So if we go to the here it is the SAP GUI. So then here SAP GUI. So here just select this button, installation. We are doing the installation. Just select the zip file. This is the correct file which we have to download it. So this is for the SAP GUI download and installation part. SAP GUI and installation part. Okay. So I think it's already downloaded. I think someone. See, it's already there. Oh, it's my local desktop. It is there. What I can do instead of here directly, here we can go to directly here. Okay, we will stop it here. But because again we need to copy, right? So we will stop it here. Here we know the path. Go to the SAP GUI. So G for GUI. So here you can directly just download GUI. So you can download the 770 or 800. So you can download it. Maybe we'll go for the 770 successful version. Always SAP will go the N-1 approach, right? So I think we are going to the N-1 approach. So it's getting downloaded. So once it is downloaded, then we have to install it. Then we can log into the our SAP systems. We can log in. See, it is getting downloaded. So this is the way. So meanwhile, so while it is downloading, we'll go with the theoretically. So what is the connectivity here? Okay, remote client copy. For that one, RFC connection should be required here. RFC connection should be required here, right? Here, but here we need two systems. Here it is required. Two systems, two SAP systems are required here from the remote client copy. Two SAP systems are required here. Why? Because if the within the one system means local client copy. Remote system means here for the RFC also the two systems are required. But while it is getting installed, downloaded, so within the system also we can create the, but what are the types of RFCs we have here? So here we have, so while creating the RFCs, from how many ways we can create, it's like which functions we can create the RFCs. So if the both are SAP systems, we can use the above to above connection, above to above, like kind of above connection, above connection. Why? Because if the both are SAP systems, simply can go ahead and create the SAP connectivity, can create it. But if it is the non-above systems, what does it mean by non-above? Non-above means non-SAP system. So in that case, we can use the HTTP call, HTTP or so some external SAP to external functions. So HTTP external. So these functions you can use it, external connections, right? So why? Because that has not SAP. So we will not only send the only SAP to SAP, we will also send the data. Why? Because this in this RFC connection, the data will flow from here to here. If it is SAP, that is fine. We can use the R3 connection, above connection, we can use it. If it is a non-SAP, we can use the HTTP connections, HTTP external connections, you can use it. So which means HTTP external connections, you can use it. Which means, so if it is the non-SAP also, we can send the data to here. Some of the banking sites, some of the stock market, updating the data, everything, we can send our server data to here. So first of all, we want to connect to the external systems. The connectivity is required here. External connectivity is required here. So external systems we have. So we have to create it. If it is SAP, that is fine. If it is a non-SAP also, we can send the data. Non-SAP also, we can send the data. So, and also the TCP IP, some of the programs, external programs also, we can, some of the programs also, we can create the connection. That is called the TCP IP connection. And also internal connections. We have some internal connections as well. Within the system also, we can create some internal connections. So external connections, HTTP sites, HTTP like http.google.com, iccbank.com. Those two connect settings also, those sites also, remote sites also, we can send that data to banking site, third-party sites, everything, and internal connections. And also ABAP drivers. This will not be used. Just you can take it like internal ABAP drivers related connectivities. So these are the types of connections, RFC types of connections. When you go to the SM59, you will see all these things. You will see the all these things. Now we will log in here. So here we have downloaded. We have downloaded the here we have downloaded the software here. You can see it is downloaded. The file is downloaded here. Now go to the zip file here, right click and just open. Maybe we will copy to our E drive. We will copy here. This is for the SAP GUI installation, means SAP Login Pad installation. In the presentation layer, we have the SAP is the three-tier architecture in the presentation layer. To connect to the SAP, definitely you need to connect to launch this SAP application. You need GUI in your no desktop. So here we will use the SAP GUI. Then we will connect to the our SAP application. We will connect it, right? This is the database layer. But DB always are running on top of so a database. So database SAP will always run on top of the database. So that is the reason. First we have to install a DB. Then SAP application we have to install it. This is what we have to do that one. So now let's see, once it is getting copied, once it is copied, then we can install the SAP Login Pad. Then we will connect here. We will connect this one. We will connect this one. Then we can use it. We will connect and we will use it. So this is the important step. So if I talk about as we are discussing about the here, right? This is a very long running step here. Here SAP system will be created here. Here SAP will be created here. Means entire our SAP system components, the exports, whatever the exports, right? That exports will be imported here in the import above step. This is a very high level step and also important step. Okay, this step is the long running step here. Remaining all are small steps. Remaining all are small steps. This is the SAP installation. So this is the SWPM tool. This is a port number, like what we discussed, right? So this is the way. So now see here, it is there. Here, just go to the GUI, Windows, then Win32. Here, setup all.exe here. So it will open the SAP GUI. GUI will be installed here. So it will be installed. This is the front end. So it will be installed in our desktops, all our desktops. So if I install one person, it will be applicable for everyone. So you no need to specially again, no need to install it. Okay. If you want to practice, you can practice it, but it won't allow you. Why? Because it's already there. It's already there. Just click on OK button. Yeah, see here it is getting installed now. Once it is installed, then we can use it. We can see it is installed. So we can log into we can configure our SAP system. Then we can perform our activities. We can perform it. Okay. Just want to show SAP Login Pad installation. That is the reason. So now we are doing this one. What you can do once this is installed, I will let you know so that you can install the one more system today. So one more system means ECQ, you can install it. ECD or ECQ, this is the ECP, same connection parameters. You can install it. Once you install that one, just install that one. So that we have the two systems. So that client copies purpose, STMS purpose, we have the upcoming topic. That way that will be helpful. And also it will be practice to the new guys as well. So new guys also can learn. So the SAP, this installation and everything you can see, right? So it's done. It's installed. After installation, as soon as you see the SAP Login Pad, all your desktop, you can see the SAP Login Pad. Open the SAP Login Pad. Okay. Open the SAP Login Pad. So here, just click on the here onwards, just click on the create button, connections. Okay. Create and connection button. But what I will do here, I will change my theme. So if you want to change your theme, visual design, theme settings, go to the here and signature theme, just click on the OK button. So just click on the OK button, the signature theme. Click on create button, connections. So then next, so here I will type like whatever the description if you want to put it, like SAP ECC, some other like production. I will just name it as the production. Okay. So then application server name, where you installed the SAP application. That is what we discussed in the basics, right? So here in this host, we have installed the SAP. What is this host name, computer name, SAP Windows, right? So here we will get the SAP Windows. Instance number is 00, and also our SID is the ECP. Same. Just click on next button. It will come here. Just click on open button. Then you will get the SAP screen. It is connecting to the ECP. Please wait. So which means we have opened the, our system is back now. See here. But the only thing is we need to create the client here. So initially, first time when you are logging, what is the user ID password we have to use it? What is the users we will be created during the installation?
SAP star DDIC.
Yeah, DDIC, right? See here. So we are logging into the system now. So we are logging into the systems. Here it is compiling. First time, now we are logging. It will take some time to get the screen. So why? Because here, when first time you are logging, so here all the programs and everything will be compiled. All the programs and everything will be compiled here. So that is the reason it will take some time. It will take a while to get it. But after once we log in, there is a some transaction codes like, so post transaction code, like to avoid this type of delay, we have to regenerate. We have to compile the all the programs, stored procedures, and everything we have to compile. Why? Because in SAP, if you are using one screen, means that is the program. That is the one program in the backend, it will call it. So that programs to speed up that one. Why? Because just now we installed it. But after that, we are not using. If you are using from couple of months onwards, so it will be very fast. But first time we are using this one. So that for that one, we need to run the sgen, which means load generator, which will, what this will do, load generator, it will compile the programs and stored procedures, other functions, which means compilation means it will speed up. Suppose example in bike, how the engine oil will help bike to, so compile, but engine to compile it for the speed processing mileage purpose, and also the sgen also one time activity. After the installation completed, we have to run the sgen and also sick for checking the consistency, whether the our system is successfully installed or not, we will use it. So if I use the sick, it will show the results here. It will show the results, our system is successfully installed or not. Yes, there are no errors reported. Go back, and also yes gen we can run it, but it will take couple of hours to complete it. It will take couple of hours to complete it. So that couple of hours it will complete it, so that we can run end of the our session, we can run that one, we can leave the system, so that it will be to our own, right? So we can also see SM50, we can also see, so check the work process, how many work process are installed after the installation. Sometimes they may ask you how many work process will be installed after the installation. So 10 dialog, 6 BTC process will be installed after that one. We already discussed about the work process related. If we want to decrease, we can decrease it. If we want to increase, we can increase it. That's our wish, right? It depends upon the load. So yeah. Yeah, see here how the in the toolbar taskbar, how it is compiling the all the programs and everything is getting compiled. So here in MMC also you can see the work process, all the things here we can see in the work process, and everything is screen green. So same connection parameter, same screens you can configure it. So that you can all access and perform the all the post activities and perform. Few people can install the one more system that is called the ECQ or ECD, can install it, and if you just perform the post act, whatever you want to, so you can do. But when you are doing the installation again, just inform in the group, so that others it won't start it. Okay, so this is the way. Now once the screen comes, then we will go to our actual topics. Okay, now you understand how to install the SAP Login Pad and how to download it. So this is the way. So now we can see here, so this is our work process. So total 10 out of 8 are free, means 2 are already there. What 2 others 2? So what others 2 means, we our sessions in the background jobs itself, 6 are total, 5 are free, means one already used. One already used means some SQL statement is executing here in the database level with 000 client, which means currently the installation is progressing, right? Some of the queries are running in the database level, so that it will initiate it. Actually, it's taken as a one background job. It is doing in the SAP system level. So coming to the our topic, if we go to the SM59 is the transaction code. SM59 is the transaction code for the RFC connectivity creation, right? So here go to the SM59, this kind of RFC administration. In the SM59, we can go ahead and create it. So first of all, we should know what is the transaction code which we have to use it for the connection creation. We have to use it. So, okay. So here SM59 is the transaction code for the remote function call here, right? Here we will open and create the connectivity. We can create the connectivity. Let's see how we have to create the connectivity. Here you can see here above connections. Above connections means, so if the source and target both are SAP, then above connections type 3 connection, right? And also HTTP connections to the external servers, which means it's like, so suppose HTTP sites, suppose like some of the banking sites, Google, some of the stock sites, other some of the non-SAP, like non-SAP systems. Internal connection, system internal, it will create the sum of the connection. We no need to create it. Why? Because system it all automatically it will create the sum of the connections, right? So TCP/IP, some for the programs and reports that will be using, and above external connections. This is the connections using the drivers. So this will not be used. So this is our rare cases we will create. We will not create only above connections or HTTP connections we will create it. Suppose you want to create the HTTP connection, just select that connection, just click on the create button, so that it will open the one page here. Here you need to fill the all the details here. So RFC destination. So what is mean by destination? Here you need to provide the destination name. Suppose like here ECP to ECP only I am creating the one destination name I am creating here. This description you can put it. But here in the administration page, technical settings, logon security, and a unique code. These two are not required now, but these two, the technical settings and the logon security, these are required here, required fields. So in the technical settings field, here you need to provide the target host, which means from this SAP system to, if you want to connect to the target SAP system, what is this target host name? Host name means computer name. That computer name you have to enter it, right? So here you need to provide the target host name is the SAP Windows. Okay, what is the instance number? That one. So here there I have a 00 is the instance number. That's it. You have to provide the target host instance number. You have to provide it, right? Just if you want to log on security means, so okay, you are connecting. Then if you want to place the data, but you are the authorized person, right? The gateway should be allowed here. Then there is a user ID and password should be required to connect to the target system. So if you want to enter from this city to another city, in the target city, you are the authorized person, right? Then only you can enter into the system, right? So that is the reason this is the source, this is the target here. So if you want to place the file from here to here, so definitely if you want to enter into the here in this city, definitely you are the authorized person. Why? Because when you are logging to the SAP, definitely it will ask the user ID and password. We are entering the user ID password. So and also same here, we are using the remote connection. You are remotely you are logging. Definitely here user ID password is required here. So some cases it's not required, some cases it's required. And here you need to choose the which connectivity. Suppose like 000 I want to connect which client. Why? Because target also SAP. User ID, suppose here DDIC user you are providing here. And also the password here, suppose like here you need to type the password as well here. Just click on the save button here. So that yes, so here you can see the target connection is created, target above connection is created. Sir, how can we check whether the connection test is successfully or pinging or not? When you open the RFC connection, just click on the connection test. It will check the whether the you are given the parameter, right parameters, that instance number is everything is correct or not. So in case it is correct, but if a target SAP system also down, then you cannot connect it. Then you may face the errors, something like the target host is not available, something like that. Now you can see it is connected. Within 31 milliseconds, we got the response from the target system. Means the connectivity is established. The connectivity is established here. Suppose if I provide the wrong details here, the target provide wrong details here, then just click on, you provide the wrong details here. So just if you do the connection test, then it will fail it. Why? Because those details are not exist here. So, and also those details are not exist here. That is the reason this keep on testing. It's checking connectivity test is performing here. So once it is getting, once it is failed, it is checking the response from the target. But target SAP Windows 1, that is not there here. That is not exist here. That is the reason you can see here. So maybe that is the down, that is the exist, that is failed. So that is the reason we got the error. So like connection error when opening the RFC connection, that is opening. But even our SAP system also down now. Why? Because here you can see I think it's a system, SWPM is getting restarted. SWPM is restarting the our SAP system. So that it's almost done. Installation done. Restart, then that's completed. Service completed. So we are done. Installation also completed meanwhile. So it's starting now. See here, SWPM itself build the system. SWPM itself start the system. So SWPM itself restart the system. Right? It is doing now. It is restarting. So we can monitor the status from here MMC, we can monitor it. In MMC, we can monitor the status. Now, let's see the right time. So we got the issue. So now we can see, I will ask some questions from you. If I'm trying to log in here, users, I'm the one user, I'm creating a ticket, like I'm trying to log into the SAP system. It's not connecting it. It's not connecting in. So what does it mean? Why it is not connecting? Anyone? This is one of the interview question or whatever it may be. So why it is not unable to connect? I am unable to connect here. Why? Can anyone tell me? Why I say here? Server is up right here. Yeah, server is up. You can see it's green. Everything is green. But why still why my still connection is connecting to the ECP? Please wait. Please wait. It's saying that why?
Might
Sir,
be
can you repeat the question, sir?
Sorry. Question is, even server is up, I'm trying to log in, but I am unable to get the SAP screen. Why? Yeah. Someone who is that?
Work process is not free, sir.
Excellent, Shiva. That is what I'm expecting. Even SAP is up and running fine, but work process, in that work process, which one? Which
Dialog.
dialog work process is responsible to pick up your request. Dialog work process is responsible to pick up your request. So that is the reason, until dialog work process comes to wait status, if one dialog work process comes to wait status, then you will log into the SAP system. Here one dialog work process in the wait status, more than that, but we can connect. I logged into the system now. Let's go to DDAC. Then our common password, you can use it, but don't share it to the anyone. If you share it to anyone, the people are getting hacked. So don't share these passwords to anyone. Okay. Go to the SM59. That is what we are discussing about the remote function call. Here above connections we created. Now just go to the here. See here how now we got the immediately how we are getting the immediate screens. Why? Because so initially it will take some time to load code the programs and everything, but after some time it will be fast. If you are accessing again same screen, it will be fast. Why? Because initially only that page will be slow. After, why? Because the buffers, everything will be filled with the same return. So I will explain why initially. So it will slow, and after that, why now connection is failing here? Even SAP is up. Why the RFC connection is failing here? Anyone can jump in here? Why SAP connect? Why SAP is failing here? My SAP system is up here. You can see here. I logged into the system, but my connection RFC destination is failing. Why? What could be the reason? This is
Target host.
target host.
It should be SAP Windows 1.
SAP Windows 1.
Sorry, SAP Windows 9.
Yes. So the host name is details. Some people, sometimes you may get the request like that, create the destination. You have to create the destination here. You have to create it. That is what you have to do, that one, right? Destination I have created, but destination created. So, but the wrong details I have provided. Or destination you created, the target host is down. In both the cases, the RFC destination will fail it. Okay, you have the two options. Even you have provided the wrong details, or your target which you are connecting to that SAP system is so not available. That is the reason. That is the ABAP connections. What about the TCP IP? So sorry, it's kind of HTTP connection. HTTP means some of the sites. Suppose like google.com. Suppose I want to connect to the Google. So just google.com, I want to connect to the Google site. Suppose I want to send some data. So just here, maybe you can put like www dot what is that google.com, right? Google.com. Common service number is the 80. That is the port number. Okay. Just if you want to, you have the already user ID, Google admin page, you can provide the user ID. Then otherwise, just you can save it. But here the target technical system details are correctly you have to provide it, right? So then I have provided the connection I have created, connection test. Then you should get the connection test is successful. You should get it out. So which means it should be able to connect to the Google. Same as like some banking sites. Yes, the connection test is successful. You can see 200 and okay, which means the connection test is okay. If we go to the response body, you will see the Google page here. See here, here you will see the Google page here, Google page, Google home page, which we have connected to the Google. You can see here a Gmail, whatever you want, you can open from here as well. So response body. So that is like when you are connecting to the external sites, you will get these things here, right? This is the Google. So same as like some other internal connections, system internal TCP IP, some of the programs you can connect it. Here, what you require, the program ID is required. So suppose RFC destination, the program you need to mention it here. That program you need to mention it here, then save it. Same as like here, same destinations are common, but the main aim here is you need to provide the target details. You have to provide it. The target details here. The most of the usable transactions connections are above connections are HTTP connections, either SAP or SAP to non-SAP. We can send that data. So why we are creating this one? What is the use? Are we simply creating? Are we wasting our time here by creating? No, right? There is some usage, right? So what is that usage here? After you creation of this destination, I want to transfer some data from here to in this server. So this destination will be used. Through this destination, the data flow will happen. To this destination, the data flow will happen from so one through destination, one system to another system. The data flow happens from it will go to the target server, target client. It will flow sit here, right? So are we simply creating the Bluetooth connection? You have some need, right? Some requirement to send the one of the document from here to here, right? Then so the connectivity should be required. Then we can transfer the data from here to here, any data, right? So same as like in SAP also, are we simply creating, just wasting our time? No, right? There is some usage, some requirement here, which means so we are connecting to the target server. The target server is required some data from SAP or some data, some connections. We have to pull some data from that server to this server so that we have to create the connections. Right? This is the RFC connections creation part. This is the creation of the RFC destinations. Got it? So this way we have to create the connections. This is the remote function call. But so we have created the RFC destination now. Now from this client to the target client, we can transfer the data. That is what remote client copy. Between two systems, between two clients, we can transfer the data. Once the connection is established, then we can go to the SM50. So we can go to the SCC9 is the remote client copy that we can perform tomorrow. But for now, you can perform the local client copy. That is what your assignment is for today. So remote client copy. First of all, we will finish the remote function call. Is it clear for everyone? This remote function call, is it clear? Any questions from anyone? It's a very, very important topic, this one. Why? Because if you want to connect to the external server, definitely you need to establish the connection. You should be aware of SM59. This is purely basis activity to create the connections. What you require is technical settings field. You have to enter the target host name and everything. You have to enter it. Okay. So once you create the connection, suppose then, so you have to go to the SCC9. Tomorrow is for the SCC9 is for the target. Here you need to enter the destination name. You have to enter it. Okay. This is the destination. You have to transfer the data. Then, so here, what is the profile, which data you want to transfer? Then you can just schedule from this server to that server, the data will be moved. Okay. And also please show the authorization test also from, yeah, I can show you authorization test as well. But within the system, right, it will be successful. So what I'm expecting is, today this is completed. Our guys will create the new connection, new system here, so that it will be, let me maintain the password here. So here the connection is fine, but sometimes you need some authorizations to log into the target server as well. To go and place in that server, you need some connection, some authorizations as well. That is what we have maintained the user ID and password correctly, rightly. We have maintained the user ID and password we have maintained for the target system, right? This is the same system, but for our example, so it's a target server. We have rightly maintained the user ID and password. That user ID and password has authorization. So connection test is just only test the connectivity is available or not. If we go to the utilities, test authorization test. So which has the authorization to place the files or to place the data inside of the server, that will show here, right? And also remote login. Suppose if the target system is available, both are in the same version, same, then if you just click on the remote login, from here to you will log into the target system as well. That is what remote login, you got it home screen, right? Same way we can do that one. But within the system, right, definitely we will get it. But what about the, if you are the second system is available, then you will get the real test. That time the real test will work. That is what I'm telling is, for today at any cost you can install the one more system, right? EC2, you can install it on the same database. Then you can create the new client. That is the assignment I'm giving to you. Okay. What is the today's assignment is? So if possible, I can also do that one today. Our assignment is for new system is installed, right? Install the new system. New system with the SID is ECD and instance number is 00 or 00, whatever it may be, you can give it. And once done, so then enable the create the new client. Just create the new client. You can create it both the systems. Okay, at least in ECP, create the new client. You can both the systems. Once that is done, once the new client is created, then establish the RFC destination. Establish the RFC destination. Destination from ECP to ECD and vice versa. That we can do that one, vice versa also. Then perform the just perform the local client copy. That's it. Just perform the local client copy within the in ECP. Within the ECP, you can perform the local client copy. Which profile you want to use it means that's your wish. SAP underscore all or SAP underscore user. We have the profiles, right? You can use this one. Okay, you can use this opportunity to practice it again. Okay, so these 4 steps you can perform today. That is what I am giving the assignment. So some people are installing the new system. Okay, I'll leave that person. So you can just that person will install it. Other persons who are there, just you can create the new client, new and everything you can perform in the ECP system. You can do that one, right? you can do other system, other activities. Parallel you can perform it, right? But parallel means this step there is a dependency. You can perform once the ECD is ready, you can perform. Otherwise, tomorrow also we can do. It's a minute, within 1 or 2 minutes we can establish the connectivity. But local client copy, create the new client in ECP. So install the new system. These are the priority. You can make it today. Okay, your user ID is already provisioned here. Who are don't have the access, just let me know. I can create it for you guys. Okay, that's it for today. Any questions from anyone? Tomorrow we will perform the remote client copy. Okay, so for the HANA details, when in SWPM, when it is asking the HANA, just you can provide the SAP Linux 1 and instance number SID is the HDB, instance number 00. That's it. These three details you can provide it. If it is the asked the password, I will share the password in the group, so you can use that password, same password. Okay, same password means whatever we have the passwords, we can use the same one. These details you can use it for the HANA, for connecting to the HANA database from SWPM. So now it's completed. You can see here it's 100% completed. So which means ECP is completely done. So now it's your turn to create the new system. Just create it the new system. That's it. You can create the new system here. Okay, the same host you can create the new system. Then once it is done, we will also install the one more S4 HANA system. Also we will install it. That I will create the media, but for our classes there is no dependency. So here the media is available. Let me show you rightly here. You can see here this PC, E drive, okay, SAP softwares. Here we have the client is available, exports are available here, then kernel is available here, then so host agent is available, and SWPM is available. Go to the here, double click on SWPM, give the inputs, leave the system, it will be running. Okay, you have all the details now. Okay, you can start it now. Okay, got it? Any questions from anyone?